Hey, what's up guys? Today, I'll show you a horror thriller film, Halloween Ends. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. The film starts in Haddonfield, Illinois, on a fun Halloween night. People are roaming around the street in their spooky Halloween costumes. One couple is planning to go to a party, so they hired a babysitter to take care of their child. While the couple is all dressed up and ready to attend the Halloween event, the babysitter named Corey arrives at their house. As the couple is leaving, the mother talks to Corey, and Corey assures the mother that he will do his best to make her child comfortable. Corey is now left alone with the child, and they enjoy themselves with a Halloween film. Corey observes that the film is filled with gore and decides that it is not appropriate for children. The child argues that Corey is just scared because the notorious psycho killer, Michael, is still around, haunting the town. Corey banters that he's too old to be scared. The child continues to insult Corey, so Corey storms off to the kitchen. While Corey is preparing a snack, he suddenly hears a loud thud. He hears the child screaming for help in the topmost part of the house, so he follows the noises. As Corey is walking upstairs, he stumbles upon a knife and picks it up. He proceeds to go inside the attic room, and the door behind him shuts close. On the other side of the door, the child continues to tease him and scares him that the psycho killer is going to get him. Corey forcibly kicks the door, and the child behind it falls from the attic and slams to the ground floor. Right in time, the child's parents arrive to witness the death of their son. The mother screams in pain as the child's blood pools down on the wooden floors. Corey is seen looking down from the attic while holding the knife as the horrible event sinks into him. After a few years, the town of Haddonfield is recovering from the terrors of Michael, the psycho killer. Lori writes down her memories about losing her daughter at the hands of Michael, as shown in the previous episodes, hoping that this would help heal her trauma. She and her granddaughter Allison, who is now a nurse, were the only survivors in their family from the tragedy. They are now living together in a lovely home, but still in the town of Haddonfield. Lori and the townspeople become worried and paranoid when they find out that Michael escaped prison recently. Allison drives to work. She gets pulled over by a policeman, and he starts flirting with her. Allison seems to be irritated by the policeman and asks about his true intentions of pulling her over. The policeman points out that Allison's muffler is falling from her car, and she needs to get it repaired right away. On the other hand, Corey is seen rushing down the streets with his bike. He is on his way to the car workshop as he is working there with his stepfather. Corey arrives at the workshop, and his stepfather screams at him for being late. Moments after, while Corey is welding a broken car, his stepfather excuses him. He gives Corey a rusty old motorcycle and says that he could get to work faster. Corey's face lights up in appreciation of his cool new ride. After his shift at the workshop, Corey stops by a store to purchase a drink. Outside the store, a group of bullies is planning to buy themselves some beer. However, they are not allowed to as they have no proof of being an adult. One of the bullies walks up to Corey and asks him to purchase the beer for them. Corey refuses, so the bullies begin to tease him by bringing up his traumatized past. Corey gets agitated and shatters the glass bottle that he is holding. The bully pushes Corey to a garbage bin, and one of the glass shards punctures his palm. Lori sees the commotion and stands up for Corey. The bullies recognizes her, call her a freak show, and say that she and Corey belong together. Lori helps Corey get up, pulls out a knife, and instructs Corey to slash the bully's car wheels. Right after that, Lori brings Corey to the clinic, where her granddaughter is working. As the doctor is checking Corey's injury, Allison walks in. While Corey notices the charming Allison, the doctor accidentally touches a painful area in Corey's hand, causing him to jerk in pain and kick the doctor's tools, but not his ass. Allison gets blamed for the accident, and the doctor walks out in disappointment. Allison continues to clean Corey's wound, and she talks about getting a promotion. Corey says that it is not worth it because the doctor does not treat her well. Allison asks about how he got injured, and Corey lies and tells her that it is from a work accident. Corey says that he is a mechanic, and Allison tells him about her broken muffler. After fixing the wound, Corey starts to check Allison's broken car. They begin to have a lovely conversation, and Allison invites him on a date. However, Corey politely refuses Allison, so Allison is disappointed. Nighttime comes, and Corey is having dinner with his parents. He receives a text from Allison inviting him to a Halloween party. Corey's mom asks about who the messages are from, and Corey hides his phone from her. The following day, Allison takes her car to the car workshop and looks for Corey. She leaves her car and asks Corey to teach her how to ride his motorcycle. As the moment starts to get intimate, it is disturbed when one of the bullies goes to the workshop with his slashed tire. Corey excuses himself and plans to help his stepfather change the bully's tire. Allison stops him and confesses that she intends to visit and see Corey. The following night, Corey agrees to join Allison at the Halloween party. The couple tire themselves on the dance floor, and Corey walks over to the bar to get a beer. There he sees the mother of the child that he killed. The mother recognizes Corey and starts verbally assaulting him. She says that Corey is not allowed to have a good time because what he did caused a scar in her life. Corey apologizes, but the mother continues to throw hurtful words at him, so Corey leaves the party in despair. Allison goes out to comfort Corey, but it ends up in an argument. Allison cries herself as Corey leaves him. Corey walks alone, and the group of bullies sees him and bullies him again. When Corey stands up for himself, one of them pushes him off the bridge, and Corey falls to the creepy abandoned lot. Moments after, the unconscious Corey gets pulled into the Erie sewer, and there he faces Michael. Michael strangles Corey's throat. His life flashes in his eyes as he struggles for his breath. The following morning, Corey gets out of the sewer, puzzled and grateful that Michael let him leave. While he is investigating the sewer from outside, the homeless man grabs him and tells him that he sees the masked man often bringing in bodies inside the sewer. The man is also confused why the psycho spared Corey's life as he assaults Corey. The homeless man pulls out a knife and tries to stab Corey, so Corey defends himself by snatching the knife and stabbing the homeless man with it. As a result, Corey kills the man and leaves his lifeless body in the abandoned lot. Later on, Corey goes home and is welcomed by his raging mother, who is paranoid all day waiting for Corey to get back home. Corey disregards his mother, goes to the bathroom, and slams the door in his mother's face. Corey removes his shirt and it reveals a severe wound in his back. He runs to the mirror to clean himself up. As he is breathing heavily, he stares directly at his reflection, and it looks like the experience had changed his character. Right after that, Corey visits Allison's home, and Lori looks at him right outside her window. Fear is seen on Lori's face when she sees Corey waiting behind a bush. Lori hurriedly goes down to look, and Corey shows up from behind her. Allison goes up to them, and Corey tells them that the bullies assaulted him last night. Corey invites Allison to walk with him, and there he confesses that he killed an innocent kid many years ago. They visit the now abandoned house where Corey killed the kid, and Allison is very supportive of him while he is opening up about his traumatized past. On the other hand, Lori visits Corey's home and talks to his mother, but Corey's mother blames Lori and the town for putting Corey in a dark place after the accident. The following night, Allison and Corey go to the diner, and the policeman walks up to them, trying to cause some trouble. Corey bravely stands up for his date and tells the policeman to leave them alone. After that, they ride their cool motorcycle, and Corey drops her off at her house. When Allison gets off the ride, she passionately tongue massages Corey and tries to invite him inside to continue the steaming but hormone-smelly romance. However, Corey refuses and says that there are other times for that. As the night falls deeper, the policeman investigates the Erie sewer. There he sees the lifeless body of the homeless man. Corey surprises him from behind and pins him down. The policeman punches Corey and gets out of the wrestling. Then Corey lures the policeman inside the terrifying sewer, and there he sees Corey staring right at him with a creepy smile. Then Michael shows up and attacks the policeman. Corey is hiked up and assists Michael by handing over his rusty knife. Michael gets the knife and cleanly slices the policeman's throat. After that, he continues to repeatedly stab all over the dying policeman's bulletproof muscles. Shortly after the gruesome event, Corey rushes to Allison's home and nervously seeks out her comfort. Lori gets home right in time to see the couple walking upstairs to Allison's room. Moments after, Lori goes to the bar and confesses to the bartender that he could see Michael's persona in Corey. The bartender introduces him to the father of the kid that Corey killed, who was playing billiards just behind them. The father tells Corey that he sees Corey as innocent on the day of that incident, but when he saw Corey recently, he can tell that he is now a different man who looks capable of doing horrific things. As the night progresses, the co-worker visits their boss home to celebrate her promotion, which is the same promotion that Allison expects. It's revealed that the boss and Allison's co-worker are having an affair. The co-worker looks for his boss and sees Corey with a mask right on top of the boss, stabbing him to death. She screams in shock and locks Corey outside as she calls for help. Little did she know, Michael is waiting behind her. Michael strangles her to a painting on the wall. He finishes off her with a knife to her chest, nailing her, hanging against the wall, and leaving her to die. Afterward, Corey rides his motorcycle with a satisfied smile while Allison is on the back, hugging him as they drive away. The couple goes to a rooftop with a neon light, and they plan to get out of the town someday. Corey jumps out to the side of the rooftop and goes down safely to the ground. The owner of the building sees him and tells them to get out of his property. Corey gets home, and he is again welcomed by his angry mother. His mother tells him that Allison is no good for him, and she is just trying to take Corey away from her. His mother tells him to leave and slaps him. Corey storms off and sleeps in the abandoned house where he had his first kill. When Corey wakes up, he sees Lori in front of him, waiting in the shadows. Lori talks about evil and suggests that she will help Corey fight the corruption inside of him. Lori says that Corey is not fit for her granddaughter. Corey is insulted by Lori's words and tells her that she should let go of the feeling of rage when she last saw Michael's eyes. Moments after, Allison receives a phone call from Corey asking her to pack her things and leave their town because her grandmother is trying to kill him. The following night, Michael provokes the bullies and lures them to the car workshop. The bullies arrive at the workshop. They see Corey's motorcycle and chain it up to their car to destroy it. But when the leader bully is telling his friend to drive, he sees a knife punctured on his friend's head. The other bullies run their smelly ass away in fear and get out of the gate, but Corey runs them over using a truck. One of them is stuck on wire fence under Corey's truck. The leader bully screams for help from Corey's stepfather, who is guarding the workshop. The stepfather grabs his guns and arms the leader bully. The stepfather goes out to help the bully trapped under the fence, and the leader bully sees Corey behind them. The leader bully aims for his gun, but the stepfather recognizes Corey, so he tries to protect him, but ends up getting shot in the head and dies. The leader bully tries to help his trapped friend, but unfortunately, Corey is behind him, holding a flaming tool. Corey gruesomely incarcerates the leader bully's mouth and throat and crushes the trapped bully's skull with a forceful stomp. The next victim on Michael and Corey's killing spree is the radio DJ, who is exploiting the tragic happenings in their town. Michael goes inside the office and kills the DJ's assistant, and finally, he goes inside the radio booth to cut up the DJ's snaky tongue. On the other hand, Allison is waiting for Corey in the diner, and she receives a phone call from her grandma, apologizing and wanting him to come home. Lori is devastated alone in her home. She grabs a gun from her and calls 911 to report suicide. Lori points the gun to her head, but she seems to be hesitating. She fires the bullet and aims it at a pumpkin. Lori knows that Corey is on the other side of the door, waiting for the perfect time to attack. Lori shoots Corey multiple times, and Corey falls down the staircase. She empties the rest of her bullets by shooting them into the wall, and she provokes Corey to kill her, to help end her miserable life and show her granddaughter Corey's evilness. However, Corey uses a knife to stab himself in the neck, possibly because he knows Lori's intent and wants to frame her for injuring him. Just in time, Allison arrives at the house and witnesses her grandma holding the knife stuck to Corey. Because of that, she blames her grandma for killing the love of her life. Allison leaves her grandma, not knowing that Michael is also in the house. Michael goes to finish off Corey by snapping his head, definitely unsatisfied with his new trainee. While Allison is driving away, she receives a call from the authorities, telling her that Lori called to report a suicide, so Allison rushes back home. At their home, Lori hides in the closet, praying that Michael would not find him. When Michael is going near the closet, Lori jumps out to attack Michael. However, she is not strong enough, as Michael recovers and pins her down to strangle her. Lori kicks Michael, so he bashes her head all over the kitchen. He strangles her, turns on the sink blender, and drags her hand into it. Lori frees herself and falls to the ground. There she sees a metal rod and quickly stabs Michael. Michael fights back, grabs the rod, and punctures it to Lori's ear. Lori slams Michael to the kitchen island, quickly grabs a knife, and puts it into Michael's chest. Michael gets up, but the lady is quick on her feet. She proceeds to stab Michael's palm and pin him back to the kitchen island. Lori assures that Michael would not get up by slamming the refrigerator down on Michael. She gets another knife and stabs him again on the side of his body. Lori unmasks Michael and slits his throat. On Michael's last breath, he forces his stabbed hand free, slicing his palm, and he chokes Lori with his bloody hands. Right in time, Allison arrives to break off Michael's arm, and Lori slits Michael's wrist. The authorities arrive at the scene, and they parade Michael's lifeless body all over the town. The townspeople gather around to see their nightmare now coming to an end. The men carry Michael's body to a huge grinder. Allison turns on the grinder, and Lori pushes the body to be ground up. After that night, Allison apologizes to Grandma and affirms that she is correct about Corey's evilness. The film ends as Lori finishes writing her memoir and feels the relief that the psycho killer Michael is now truly dead. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.